A modern man takes on a classic cartoon character in the new film Mr. Peabody and Sherman. Ty Burrell is here.
Hello.
And you like how he's modern?
Yes.
Clever, right?
Yes.
People do that all the time, I'm sure. Working modern into the title.
Not that well.
No.
Not as well as
Thank
you
you.
just did.
So you're taking on Mr. Peabody, a classic animated
Yes.
character from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show here.
Yes.
Sherman, no matter what challenges you face, no matter how far away I might seem,
Bye, Mr. Peabody!
I'm with you.
I'm curious about this whole cartoon voice thing. Obviously, you're a big name. They want people to know it's you. So do they ever say to you, you know what, you don't sound enough like Ty Burrell? Like, do you get a note like that?
When you're talking, could you also just go like, well, Sherman, Ty Burrell?
Right.
Just say your name. Actually, just say your name.
What was the weirdest note you got in doing
Well,
this?
we found a little bit of a middle ground, but it wasn't just entirely so that it would sound like me. It was also because there are people who really know the original. Bill Scott was the guy who made created the original voice, and he's a total genius. There are people who kind of are going to have some expectation there, and I also feel a responsibility about that,
Did you watch clips of it?
Yeah, tons. And I was actually, in the beginning, doing more of that. And then the reason it sounds a little bit more like me is because the movie, we kind of get into the father-son stuff. And that, I don't know if you've ever seen one of those shorts, but there's none of that. It's all just kind of witty. We go back in history and, go back in the time machine and come back. So it ends up sounding more like me because we actually have these like real conversations between the dog and his adopted son, which is so common.
It's a very densely layered story for a cartoon, isn't it?
Yeah.
So who's coming to dinner, Mr. Peabody?
The Petersons!
She hates me.
Make it work. But don't tell her about the way back.
So did you move more physically when doing these voices in the studio than you might ordinarily in an acting
It's
role?
incredibly unflattering. If you look at a video of me doing voiceover, it is not cool.
Greetings, men of Athens, Sparta, and Thebes. Peabody here.
It's not even kind of like cool and creative and expressive when you're doing these things. I look like I'm doing semaphore trying to bring in like a jet or something. For some reason, me doing Peabody is a lot of like...
Very animatronic. It's very... It's like almost Shields and Yarnell.
Like
do you remember Shields and
Yeah,
Yarnell?
totally.
No one will know who Shields and Yarnell. Well,
I
a certain
do.
group will, but they were very into the.
I look like an act bot or something.
Now you are no stranger to voiceover.
I'm starting to do more voiceover,
Because
yes.
I wrote these down because I can't remember all these names.
Yeah.
Doc McStuffins. You were
Yes.
Big Jack.
Yes, and my daughter has since watched that show.
Right. And how did Big Jack talk?
I have no memory of Big Jack.
No memory. That was a while ago. Okay.
He sounded just like this.
You're really pushing your range.
Oh, it's wild.
Glenn Martin, DDS.
Oh, that
the
was
the dental serial drama.
That was a clown who talked like this,
Yeah.
and he was a serial killer.
I'm assuming this was not your children's feature.
No, it was actually a very funny claymation show on, I think, Nick at Night.
That's fun. Okay, also you played Captain Marvel on the Superhero Squad show.
Yes.
And you're gonna be in Finding Dory, so this is that
Yes.
right? So this is becoming a thing. This is great.
Well, the truth is I tried desperately to get voiceovers for a long time and just couldn't get them. And the honest truth is because of the show that I'm getting them, but I ain't turning them down. I am very happy to get them. I've always wanted to do them.
So I've always thought this would be the best job in the world. You don't have to comb your hair. You don't really have to brush your teeth, although you probably should.
No, but I don't.
Now, but they're filming you for press purposes.
You don't have
probably.
to shower for weeks in advance, so I don't.
Which it keeps with your lifestyle. It's
Yeah.
just,
No, yep.
But did you go on days that you weren't shooting it for press materials? Because I'm sure there's some people shooting it to show you for publicity purposes.
Right,
But on the
right.
days that you weren't being shot for video, did you come just looking like a total schlub?
Yeah. Also, though, I will admit to this, I never quite was sure when there was going to be a camera, so I would always hedge my bets.
Right. You kind of go at least somewhat decent
A
looking.
little bit. Baseball hat, sweatshirt, but clean jeans.
Right.
Just in
Which
case.
means only 3 wearing. Like if
Yeah.
the jeans are kind of clean forever.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Now, obviously, people love you on Modern Family. They love the show. There have been all of these articles about possible spin-offs in different characters.
Right.
If the show ran its course and someone later said to you, would you bring back your character for a spin-off? Would you do it?
If it was the same creative team, I absolutely would. If it was the same, the same makeup, I 100% would. Yeah, because I mean, we're kind of a weird family at this point, and I would feel just as confident in the quality and that the characters would all be, sort of integrated in the same way.
What's the best part of getting up every day for you right now?
Well, I have two amazing kids, and they're hilarious. But it is not hard to wake up to play Phil Dunphy. He's a nice person to wake up, you know, roll out of bed and basically head off to work to play, because he's so well-intended. I've played a lot of bad guys, and it's not that those parts can't be fun or rewarding, but if I had to do it every day, I think it would be hard, honestly. You know, it'd be a little bit of a grind, and this is just like, you know, it's fun.
Ty Burrell, thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. And be sure to check out Mr. Peabody and Sherman in theaters, and more AOL Spotlight right here on AOL.com.